What's going on, you guys? It's Pastor Jay. Welcome to the Win the World podcast, where we help people win personally, professionally, economically, and spiritually. If that is your desire and you want to win in your day-to-day life, then you definitely need to subscribe to this podcast. Listen, be sure to click subscribe, share it with a friend, and we cannot wait to see you win. Win Global, what's going on? And man, I'm so excited. This is our first episode and first edition of our podcast for our Win the World channel. Listen, if you haven't done it already, I need you to go ahead and click that button. You already know it. I need you to click subscribe. This is our first episode of what I call Winology, right? When we talk about all things winning, helping people win personally, emotionally, spiritually, and professionally. And so we're just going to talk about something today that I feel like is going to be very, very important if you're going to win, all right? So get your notepad or get your smart device because you're going to probably want to write these things down, all right? The goal is just to help everyone win. That's why you subscribe to this channel. And if that's the reason why you showed up here, I promise you're not going to be disappointed, all right? Now, most of the content that I'm going to talk about is always going to be biblically based, right? It's going to be based on some research and some books that I've read in the past, but everything that I pretty much talk about will always revert back to a biblical model, practice or principle, okay? And so I don't never want you to be caught off guard by that. If you're not a real spiritual, faith-based person, that's okay. But I can promise you this. The principles do work. If you work the principles, if you work the practices, you'll see them manifest in your life, all right? And so today, in order to be a subscriber of this channel or a follower of this channel, one of the things that's going to have to be important that you're going to have, and basically it's going to be our topic today, you're going to have a winning mindset, all right? I need you to have a winning mindset or a winning mentality because the things that we talk about won't work for you if that's not your mindset. Now, here's the mistake that I've noticed that most people make is they make the mistake that thinking that winning is simply based on superficial gain. Right? Whether you're driving the Bentley or the Rolls Royce or the Bugatti, or you're living in the mansion and you're wearing, Balenciaga or whatever y'all call it. I don't even buy that stuff because I love the thrift shop. But if that's your version of winning, then you're already kind of deceived because winning is a state of mind. It's not based on tangible things that you have in your house or the things that you drive or the clothes you wear. But winning is literally a mindset, all right? There's a scripture that I love in the Bible, and it comes from Zechariah chapter 4, verse 10. And it simply says this, all right? And I promise you, if you remember this, no matter where you're starting, no matter what your beginning is, you're going to win. And it simply says this: do not despise small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices when the work begins. Okay? And so it doesn't matter where you're starting. Some of you guys, you're starting something new, or you want to start something new. Maybe you're just starting a new business or a new project or a new job, a new career, a new degree. And what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to look at the fact that where you're starting may be just at the beginning, or it might be small right now. Because if you have a winning mindset, you understand that everything that we see in the world, everything that is big now started small. Right? Everything that we see right now is started small. And one of the things I've learned about life, and I promise you, man, this is game changer right here, that life is the sum of all of the choices that we make. And so what I want you to do right here in this session while you're watching this video and you're clicking subscribe, shameless plug, I just want you to make a decision to start small. I need you to make a decision that you're going to do something about what you don't like. If you don't like what your status is right now, you don't like where life has you right now, I need you to make a small decision. And it's just making up your mind that I'm going to start small. I'm going to start the blog. I have no subscribers. I have no followers, but I'm going to start the content just like we are today. Today is our very first episode of Winology, but we're starting small. It might be the first episode, but it is the beginning and the genesis of many. But the fact that we're starting small, one of the most important decisions that you'll ever make in life is making a decision to just simply start, y'all. A lot of times we overthink so much and we overanalyze and we never start because we're trying to make everything perfect. But there's a true blessing and there's a real principle and learning curve that you go through when you start small. All of my life, and when I look back over my life, even as a young teenager, I've had to bootstrap my whole life. Like nothing was given to me, nothing has ever been handed to me. That everything that I've been able to accomplish in my life to this point is because we started small. I started small. I started small in ministry. Never really been in ministry before. I started small when I started the business. Did I win every single time? No. But what I can tell you is this. I've learned lessons that are invaluable that no one could ever take from me. I started where I was. I bootstrapped. I failed a lot of times, but I never lost because I took those failures and I learned the lessons, the principles, and the practices from them and the word that I live my life by. And I implemented them every single day. And I made a decision. Yes, I might have failed the last time, but I learned from that. And I made a decision to get it better and make it better the next time. And so that's the essence of a winning mentality, all right? You have to make decisions. Most people, life passes them by because they don't make decisions, or the decisions that they make sometimes are either too late or they're bad decisions. So one of the ways to win in life is to learn how to make better decisions, calculated decisions, decisions that through prayer, if you're a faith-based believer and you believe in God and you believe in divine alignment, then you understand that most of our decisions should come through prayer. Before you just do something and just go off on the deep end, I've learned to never move in haste, never rush anything, but to pray before you do everything, right? And the older you get, this also comes with maturity and it comes with time. Is that instead of moving in haste, the Bible says, be anxious for nothing. Right? But in everything, act in prayer and supplication unto God. And so before you do a thing, what you should be doing is praying and asking for direction, right? And then using wisdom and experience. What happened the last time when I was approached or I was placed in a situation or circumstance like this? Or when I started something like this? What happened the last time I started the business? What did I go through and experience, and what kind of encounters did I have the last time I went to school? And what can I do now with that experience, with those lessons, to make this time around even better or improve what I've already started and what I've already been building, okay? You are one decision away from changing your life forever. Most people don't realize that one right decision, one calculated decision could literally change your life for the rest of your life. It changes just like that. Being in the right place at the right time, making the decision not to be lazy, making the decision to start, making the decision that I'm going to put in this work and I'm going to do what's necessary no matter what. We are literally one decision. I just believe that because I've made a decision to do this Winology podcast, episode 1, a winning mindset or a winning mentality, that this could be the episode to make this YouTube channel go viral, right? But it took a decision to get here. Is all I'm trying to say. That it took a decision. And you have to make a choice today. Am I going to play with my destiny? Am I going to play with my purpose? Am I going to play with my career? I'm going to play with my life? Or am I going to make a decision that puts me in the position that I always desired to be? All right? Now, what is always true is that decisions we make today determine the stories that people will say about us tomorrow, right? Whatever I do today will determine what people talk about. And if you want to be known for something great, then you have to make great decisions today. Because we all are going to die one day. That's the truth. We can't change that, right? We all have to return back to the grave. So we have to make a decision that every single day I have an opportunity to make a decision that will leave a legacy and have people remember me for the rest of my life. People are still talking about Dr. Martin Luther King. People are still talking about Dale Carnegie. People are still talking about greats that have passed on, Mahalia Jackson and all of these greats. People are still talking about them. Why? Because they made a decision. Madam C.J. Walker made a decision that she was going to take some hair grease, some hair ingredients, and she was going to make it the best hair ingredients that a person can ever use. And it changed her life forever. But what was the deciding factor? It wasn't the grease or the hair product she made. It was the fact that she made a decision. This is Women History Month, so I figured I would just use her because she has a great name and she has a great legacy. that she simply made a decision that I'm going to do this and it's going to change my family's life for the rest of their lives. So we're one decision away, all right? What we have to understand, y'all, that we are just simply one choice. If I want to lose weight, I'm one choice away. If I want to have a great business, I'm just one decision away and saying, I'm going to start this business today and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get to tomorrow, right? And get to the next day and the day after that and the day after that. It's just making a decision to get up every single day and do whatever I need to do to be great and to make sure that I win. Here we go. I want you to write this down, that if we learn to choose well, we can connect the dots between where we are and where we want to be. If I make the decision to make good choices and to choose well, then my life will begin to align and I won't spend time spinning my wheels in things that don't matter, right? It just takes time of making the right decision and the best decision one day and one time after the next time. I make one good decision today, then I make another great decision after that. I make one decision the next day, and I make another best decision after that. That's a winning mindset. A winning mindset is one that no matter what they encounter, no matter what's thrown at me, that I understand that it's up to me in regards to the decision that I make. The outside circumstances don't matter. They cannot affect my decision. My decision, and I need you to say that where you are right now. Maybe you're sitting in your kitchen, in your living room, but you need to say this to yourself, that my decision is my choice. That my decision is my choice. Say it one more time for the one time. That my decision is my choice. All right? Here we are. Direction, not intention, determines destiny. Direction, not intention, determines destiny. Here's what I've learned over time and in my life is that we all have great intentions. I have the great intentions to be great. I got intentions to do good. I got intentions to build this. I have intentions to do that. But it's all right to have intentions, but intentions don't get things done, right? It's only when I choose the direction and I go into that direction and I give that direction every single thing that I got. So if I'm going to start the business, I got to choose that direction and go at it with everything I got. If I'm going to choose a degree plan and a degree course, I got to choose that direction, know that direction, and I got to go after whatever I got. I've learned that most of the time that was not spent well in my personal life, I can't speak for anybody else, it's because I was not clear on the directions in which I wanted to go. I had great intentions. I knew what the intention of my heart was, the intention of the mentality that I had, but it wasn't until I began to make decisions to choose a direction that things began to progress. I need you to choose today. What direction do you want to go? Do you want to win or do you want to just sit on the sideline? Because at some point you got to make a decision to get in the game. Because you've been sitting on the sideline and you've been celebrating everybody else and cheering everybody else on. And you're scrolling your feed and looking at everybody else's life. And man, like, oh my God, their life is so this and their life is so that. Without realizing that if I were to choose a direction, that could be me too. That the life that you're looking at other people live, you don't have to just sit by the sidelines and admire their life. All you have to do is make a decision that can be me too. That I'm just one decision away. I got to choose a direction and then I got to go at that thing with every single thing that I got, right? The best decision you can make is always the next decision. Oh man, I'm dropping gems on y'all today. I hope y'all catching these and writing these things down. That the best decision that you can make is the next one that you have to make. You don't have time to be complacent and to play guesswork and to struggle whether you want to do it or not. The best decision you can make is the next decision that you have to make. Because as long as you don't make decisions, you're going to be wasting time. As long as you don't make the next decision, whether it be an easy decision or a hard decision, time is just going to pass you by. You got to make a decision and then go after that thing. Some of the things in my life is that even though things were going crazy around us, I knew that the primary thing that I had to do is I had to make a decision. I could fold my arms, I can complain, I can whine, I can do all of that, or I can get myself together, pull myself together, get my thoughts together, get my mind together, and then say, okay, I got to make a decision, because life is not about to wait on me. Life is going to continue to move on. So I got to make a decision. Even though I'm stressed, even though I got a lot going on, I'm unsure. You might not have the support system. You don't have the backing. You don't have the finances, but you got to make a decision. I've been in ministry a long time, right? A long time. But it took a decision to get to this point. Win Church, Win Global, this is our channel, and our churches went through a lot. But one thing we have never done is become complacent. We've made decisions to get things done, whether we've had a building or not had a building, whether we had all the money or not had the money. We've made decisions. We could either complain or we could win anyway. And that's the type of mindset. That's the winning mindset, that I don't complain. I find a way to win anyway, right? Because at the end of the day, the only way things are going to get done is if I choose a direction to make a decision and go after it. One decision away. All right. Let's dive a little bit deeper, and I'm almost done. I just want to give y'all this, right? Life is a multiple choice test. That you're always going to have multiple choices that you can make when you face any type of circumstance and any type of problem, any type of adversity, or even, it might not even be anything bad. But you're going to always have multiple choices. I like the way the Bible says it. He says that choose between life and death, but I'd rather you choose life. But God always leaves it up to you, because God is the God of free will, right? And so it's up to you, the choice that you make. We give the devil too much credit because we think all of the bad things that happen to us because of the devil, right? Or a demonic spirit. But some of it, if we were to be honest today and really take in some ownership, that some of the adversity that I've met in my life wasn't because the devil was on my case. It's because I had a multiple choice problem in front of me, and I chose the wrong answer. And because of it, I lost some time. Because of it, I had to go relearn the lesson. Because of it, I had to go study. Because of that, I had to go repeat something. Because of that, I had to suffer some consequences. But that's what life is. Life is a multiple choice test. But one of the things about tests, you're either going to pass them or you're going to fail them. But one of the things I love about tests, especially on this side of the world, that we get to retake them if we don't pass them the first time. Right? You get to go back and take that test again. All right? And we have to connect the small choices we're making with the big differences that we want to see in our lives. I want to see this in my life. I want to see this grandiose result. Okay, what small decisions are you making every day that lead to that big result? Right? What small decisions are you making today that lead to you being debt free? What small decisions are you making today that lead to you building a thriving corporation or company? What decisions are you making today that lead to you having a healthy body and losing the weight that you've been trying to lose for however long? What decisions are you making today to have a better marriage, even though your marriage might have been struggling or might be on the rocks? What decisions are y'all making today? Because that will only change if people make decisions and choose a direction. And that direction must always be, I got to win at this, right? That losing cannot be on the table. It cannot be an option. That decision is, I'm going to win no matter what, right? Especially if you're tuning in to win the world. If you on this channel, your mindset has to be that I'm going to win come what may. No matter what's thrown at me, I didn't show up. I didn't wake up this morning. I didn't put my clothes on, wash my face, and brush my teeth to lose today. I woke up to win. And at the end of the day, if it takes me one day, a week, a month, 6 months, or a year, 10 years, one of the things that is for sure, I'm going to win. Say that right now. I'm going to win. All right? Changing how we make decisions, y'all, will help us tell the story that we're supposed to be living out. Changing how we make decisions. In other words, there must be a method to how you make decisions. You have to pray, number one. After you pray, you don't move in haste. right? You wait for an answer. One of the things that I see most people do, especially believers, is that we pray about something and then we still go and do our own thing instead of waiting for God to answer the prayer that we prayed about, right? Or I pray and now I have to go study, or I have to go do research. I have to go ask questions and find a mentor or find someone to help me make a better decision tomorrow, right? But I have to change the method and the way that I make my decisions. Making bad decisions is usually attributed to people rushing and doing something without first taking their time and going through the proper methods in which they make decisions. If I would have took some time to pray, then maybe I would have made a better decision. If I would have taken some time to think about it and wait for and go ask somebody else who might have a little bit more experience than I do, or waited a little bit more time to allow God to give me an answer, for those who understand that God will literally answer your prayer if you pray to him about it, and then being patient enough to receive the answer, then the decision that I would have made would have been different. Watch this. For the people who are super spiritual, well, this, that, and the third. This is going to offend y'all, and I can't do anything else but be real when I say this, all right? God is not focused on our happiness, but on our pursuit of the call and the assignment that he has placed on our lives. The only thing that satisfies God is to see our soul prospering and carrying out the assignment that he has placed on us, right? God don't care nothing about you being happy, because happiness is an emotion, not a call and not an assignment. But happiness is also a product that will follow if you make great decisions. Most people are unhappy not because people are not making them happy. It's because they're not making decisions that brings happiness into their lives. Okay? So if you want to be happy, make better decisions. All right? But that is your responsibility, not God's. All right? Happiness is your responsibility. You got to make better decisions and make a decision to make better decisions. And you'll begin to see those things, all right? Now, I'm going to close with this, y'all. You have more chapters to write. Your life is still a book and a story that is yet to be told. You still have more chapters to write, all right? You got more victories that you have to go out there and win. You still got more time that you got to put in work. You got more friends that you have to meet. Watch this. And you have more of God's goodness to experience. But all of those things are contingent on this. You having a winning mentality, and your winning mentality depends on how you make decisions, right? It affects how you go about your day-to-day life. And so my challenge to you guys in this first episode of this Winology podcast and this We're in the World platform, are you ready to make better decisions? And here's the first step to that, is that you got to take on a winning mindset. And a winning mindset is simply this: no matter what happens, I'm going to win anyway. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe this. If this has helped you, share it with a friend, and listen to it at work. Don't just listen to it one time and let that be it. Sometimes you need to listen to something multiple times so you can really grasp what it's trying to say. All right. It's been a pleasure. I'm so glad that I got this chance to spend with you guys. And I'm super excited of everything that's going to be coming down the pipeline. Man, win the world is our assignment, and we're going to fulfill it by any means necessary. Y'all be blessed. I'm Pastor J, your host, your teacher, instructor for today. Keep winning, and I'll see you again next time.